All right, are we up? We're stable? We're almost stable. And I apologize, folks. It's just all over the place. The internet is just killing me right now. We never had this problem before. Aggravating over here, dealing with technology. You would think that, NBC was running this like they ran the last Democratic debate. You would think that this was some kind of a Democratic operation that, the internet's horrible, but it looks like we finally got a stable signal. It looks like it's going to behave itself, and it looks like we're going to be able to go forward with this. I can't guarantee I'm going to try and broadcast as long as I can with this as stable as it can be. I hope everyone can hear me all right. We're going to be checking independently because the system seems not able to cover everything. But if you see anything, let me know. If there's anything that's going wrong, try and send me a text or try and send me a message on Facebook, and I will try to respond as quickly as possible. Now, we have several people who are going to be in this race, as you can hear. I have it going on in the background. 1.2%. She's been involved in the race for the last 7 months, is going nowhere, and I expect that she'll be dropping out of the race probably right after September. We have Pete Buttigieg, who has come to fame and prominence because he is the mayor. He's a mayor of a, not really important city, but more importantly, he's gay, and that makes him important. And then there is also, and he's at 5.7%. We have Senator Elizabeth Warren, the fake American Indian with 1,024th of American Indian blood. She's about as American Indian as I am Samoan. And she's at 14%. I expect that she will be one of two to actually claim the title of the nomination for the Democratic Party. I expect an all-women front from Democrats. It's going to be her and Kamala Harris. One or the other will be president. The other will be vice president. And I expect that we're going to see them going up against Trump as the ladies versus the evil misogynist that is President Trump. They're going to claim race, they're going to claim gender, and they're going to go with the gender identity politics that is rampant for the Democratic Party. And the current second place is held by Mr. Bernie Sanders, a known communist by his own, he's a socialist by his own description, a communist by many people's description, and a rich old white male, which has not been doing well for him. He has not recaptured the claim and fame of 2016, which is bad for him, great for us, because America's been in a better position because of it. But he is trying his very, very best to win back all of the youth as they go more and more towards the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez direction for politics, and going into democratic socialism and social justice, which has left Bernie Sanders in the dust. And that's because, Bernie isn't that great a candidate. He never was. He has ideas like Medicaid for all, which everyone believes in. In fact, all of these candidates aren't great candidates because they all say the same thing. They're all for the same thing. If you saw my earlier piece before the internet cut me off there as well, I was talking about Andrew Yang, who is now trying to claim that the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, is doing to him what they did to Bernie Sanders in 2016, that they rigged the election, that they're denying him the opportunity, Andrew Yang, to be able to run in this race. He's forgetting to mention that he's at 2% and that no one in the nation really cares about him. And as much as he's offering free stuff, people understand that $3.1 trillion on our national debt, doubling the spending of the government, is not free. But all of these candidates are offering free stuff, free college tuition, free Medicare. There's always another thing that's attached to it. It's not free. But we're seeing that they're all being introduced. They're going to be talking about the, they're going to be starting with of course, the presentation of colors, and they're about to get started there, but I want to keep going. Now, there are 4 other candidates who amount to, as a sum total, all of 2%. There is Marianne Williamson, who's at 0.3%. There is Tim Ryan, who's at 0.3%. There is Mr. Hickenlooper, who is at 0.7%, and another big winner there, Mr. Delaney at 0.7%, and then there is Bullock, who is at 0.3%. If you don't know who any of these people are, that's okay. No one else does either. They are meaningless, and I expect that all of them will disappear from the face of the earth shortly after this debate. They are unlikely to be able to move themselves anywhere on the national stage. No one cares about them. They don't have the money. They don't have the support, and there's no reason why they should. I'm sure there are Democrats out there who are going to be upset about that. And I know that we've lost a lot of people. I know someone's watching on YouTube. I thank you for that, sticking with me. I know there have been issues, and we had some people on Facebook who are watching and who are on LinkedIn who are watching, and we lost them. It's just the internet, folks. It's just been horrible. So we're doing our very best, and I know the signal may not be the best quality, but I am trying to get that out there. I am trying to be able to help to cover this as best I can live. Please don't hold it against me. I'm working it. I'm working it, folks. I'm trying. And I am looking for messages on, if you see my number above, 607-242-9247. You can always send me a text, and I'll be happy to respond on air, trying to keep up. Now, I know a couple of people are trying to check out the show from Pennsylvania, and they're sending me messages as we speak, and I thank you for that. By the way, if you want me to mention your name in a tweet or that you send me a message, please let me know that I can give out your name to the public, and I will do so. But we're looking at these candidates, and look at that. We have one candidate there who decides that he doesn't need to put his, two of the candidates don't believe they need to, while the Pledge of Allegiance is going on, they don't have to put their hands by their heart. They don't have to pay attention. It doesn't matter because the nation doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I don't believe in a president or a presidential candidate who doesn't put their hand over their heart. And I have a response already coming from Facebook, who's mentioning they don't effing care about our military. What a crock of S. Yes, and I agree with you. I completely agree with you that each of these individuals have that same problem. What? They're going to a break already? It's 11 minutes in, and they're going to a break already? God, CNN needs... They've been losing a lot of people, but wow, I didn't know they were that desperate for the money. So we're waiting for it to come back from a commercial break. Now, I agree with you that, and again, if you want me to mention your name, and if you're sending me a comment, a tweet, a text, I will try and respect that. Unless you tell me to mention your name, I won't. But I can tell you, these guys, they don't have a whole lot of respect. They want to offer you a lot of free stuff that isn't free. They want to tell you that they're going to give you more freedom while they take it away. And it's just really not a great situation. I mean, they annoy me. And I think most people in America would agree with me on that. And that's why, you've got 4 candidates that sum up to 2%. There's only 2 real candidates that are on the stage right now. And that's Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders living off of his 2016 high, and then you've got Elizabeth Warren, who's just trying to make the best of being a woman and using that to the fullest. She's using the gender card all the way. Yes, and I'm getting comments about people that, some of these people don't put their hand on their heart. They don't believe in it. These are progressives that you're looking at. These are democratic socialists. They want to be in charge of America, but they don't love America, which is why they're not putting their hand over their heart, because they don't believe America is that good. They're kind of like Andrew Cuomo, Governor Andrew Cuomo, who said America was never great. Really? If it was never great, none of these people would be on the stage. If America didn't have opportunity, there wouldn't be women on this stage. They wouldn't be senators. They wouldn't be elected officials if America was not great. Because you know where it's not great? Go over to the Middle East. It's not great. Women can't even drive. but you can in America. You can be a senator. That's one of the things that these guys don't seem to understand, don't seem to convey, don't really seem to care about. But I think it's pretty important. But they don't seem to think so. But I'm waiting for them to come back from commercial because I want to hear what they have to say. And I can tell you that I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about Baltimore and race. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear about whether or not, if they're elected, they're going to prosecute Trump for the alleged crimes that don't exist, because President Trump has not been fully exonerated for being innocent, which doesn't require anything. You don't have to be exonerated when you're innocent. When you're innocent, that's it. That is the exoneration. But we'll see what they have to say here. And we're waiting for them to come back from their break. Come on. I know it's not my system. Come on. God, how many commercials do they have? It's still waiting for the commercials to come off. Okay. What is this? This is going to be like 5 minutes of debate and all commercials. Is CNN that desperate for viewership? Well, yes, they are. They've been losing view ever since everyone found out that they didn't know what they were talking about when it came to Russia collusion, that it doesn't exist, that no crime happened, that the only people who have been committing any kind of collusion with Russia were in fact Democrats. Well, that kind of killed CNN, that killed MSNBC. Their ratings have gone down because they lost credibility with the American people. And I can't tell you that I blame anyone for that. Is it really? Can someone send, anyone who's watching, please send me a little message, a text or something, and tell me, have they come back from break? Because CNN, I'm on the app, and I'm trying to watch this because I don't watch TV. And I'm seeing that we're still on a commercial break, which seems to be incredible. I mean, where's the debate? That's what we're all here for. It's like 4 minutes. How many commercials can they have? Or is it my system? Like I said, my internet has been going crazy. I've had the internet drop me, which never happens when I do this. But I've had completely dropping everything that my signal going out to the public about 3-4 times now. And we've started and we had to restart and restart. So it's been very aggravating. And I really want to try and do the very best I can in covering this for everyone. But if the internet's just going crazy, if this app is, come on. Oh, it's back now.
Welcome back to the CNN Democratic presidential debate candidates. We're about to begin opening
Wow, am I like 4 minutes behind everybody?
of the ground rules that your campaign
I am like 4 minutes behind everyone.
fair debate as moderators
So I apologize, folks. I'm 4 minutes behind. I don't know why.
answer questions. 30 seconds
It's their app. The CNN app just seems to be 4 minutes, roughly about 4 minutes behind. That's a bit aggravating. So I'm going to try and do my best. You may see something, and I'm going to be responding after the fact. I apologize about that, but we'll try.
infringing on another candidate's time will have his or her time reduced.
So I'm not in live time. I'm 3 minutes behind, apparently.
Remain silent when the candidates are actively debating. The candidates need to be able
But we will try and do our very best with this. We will try and endeavor.
Time now for opening statements.
So listen, I'm listening to opening statements.
Governor Steve Bullock.
1 minute. God who knows.
I come from a state where a lot of people believe
I believe Steve Bullock was the gentleman who did not put his hand over his heart, who did not
watching that last debate
love America.
more concerned about
I believe that was Steve Bullock.
or on doing it
Wow.
with wishes
Isn't that
and
special?
economics than making sure Americans know we hear their voices and will help their lives. Look, I'm a pro-choice, pro-union, populist Democrat, the one
Pro-choice populist union. Really?
not by compromising our values, but by getting stuff done. That's how we win back the places we lost. Showing up.
How about having good economic plans? How about defending the nation? How about those as good ideas to be able to win? That's what America wants. They want. Why did Trump win? Because he promised to give people jobs, to bring back a good economy, to help make the rest of the world respect America again after President Obama ran around saying America was a horrible place. That's what was the difference. Williamson. who's at 0.3%. No one cares about her.
It was the idea that
Not because she's a woman,
there were.
not because she's a best-selling spiritual author. What that has to do with politics, I have no idea. Does she have any idea what she's talking about? Who knows?
We have tried. And when forces have opposed them, generations of Americans have risen up and pushed back against those forces. We did that with abolition and with women's suffrage and with civil rights.
Really? There it goes. We're already talking about race. Abolition and women's rights? What's that got to do with Iran? What's that got to do with Russia? What's that got to do with the trade imbalance in China? What's that got to do with Europe or climate change?
Over the safety and the health and the well-being of we, the American people, and the people of the world, and the planet on which we live.
I'm sorry, the planet and the world are not the concerns of America. America are the concerns of America. She's not running for president of the world. She's running for president of America, or at least to be a candidate.
Yes, to what we know can be true.
This is why.
And that's why I'm running for president.
This is Marianne Williamson. You are a dreamer. You're out of your mind.
We can go down the road.
Now, John Delaney, he's at
And Senator
0.7%. He's almost at a full percentage point.
Policies like Medicare for all, free everything, and impossible promises that'll turn off independent voters and get Trump reelected.
Well, he's honest. Yeah, free everything doesn't work.
That's what happened with Mondale. That's what happened with Dukakis. Or we can nominate someone with new ideas to create universal health
New
care
ideas.
for every American.
Universal health care is not a new idea.
Someone who wants to unify our country and grow the economy and create jobs everywhere.
You don't unify the country by going to universal health care and taking away everyone's doctors and their private health care
I'm the
systems.
grandson of immigrants, the son of a construction worker. My wife April and I have 4 amazing daughters.
Okay, your daughters, your job, that doesn't matter.
Created thousands of jobs and then served in Congress. That's the type of background, and my platform is about real solutions.
You served in Congress, but you're not in Congress now. So you're not that great because you would have gotten reelected.
And Tim Ryan.
Well, Tim Ryan, he is 0.3%. No one cares about him.
But not everyone can access
He's a former state senator, congressman from Ohio.
systems that were built to lift us up are now suffocating the American people.
What systems that were built to
economic system
hold
that
us
used
up?
to create $30, $40, $50 an hour jobs that you can have a good solid
You still
middle-class
can
living.
get a $30,
Now
$40,
force us to have
$50 an hour
2 or
job.
3 jobs just to get
Oh,
by.
that is the biggest lie. No, there's about 2% of America that actually is working 2 jobs or more. That's it.
And the political
There's
system
2% of America that gets poverty, gets the minimum wage or less. 2%, 1.7 million people. He's lying to you already.
It's about new and better. And it's not about reforming
These aren't new
old
ideas.
systems.
This isn't
It's
new.
about building new systems. And tonight I will offer solutions that are bold, that are realistic,
These are not bold or new
and
or
that are a clean break from the past.
they're not clean breaks. He's saying everything that we've heard all before by every other candidate on that stage and every other candidate that's running for the 2020 race.
Seats in the House, and not one of those 40
Oh,
Democrats.
Mr. Hickenlooper, who's also at 0.7%.
Now I share their progressive values, but I'm a little more pragmatic.
Okay, America doesn't have progressive values. America has American values. There is a difference.
Became the largest group to provide service and teamwork, and became a top mayor, and as governor of Colorado, created the #1 economy in the country. We also expanded health care and reproductive rights.
It may have helped when,
We attacked climate change head on. We beat the NRA.
climate change beat the NRA. What are you talking about? Climate change? China puts out more climate pollution than the United States. The United States is leading the world in the reduction in pollution, climate pollution. We're ahead of the next closest country, which happens to be Britain, by 6 times. We reduce more carbon than all of Europe combined, and China puts out more than we can reduce. He has no idea what he's talking about. Amy Klobuchar, she's 1.2%. We're getting to someone who actually has a national interest.
As a daughter of a union teacher and a newspaper man, as a first
Union
woman
teacher
elected
and
president
newspaper
of the
man,
state of
left and
Minnesota,
left.
and a candidate for president of the United States. That's because we come from a country of shared dreams. And I have had it.
I do not share the dreams of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know if someone else does.
That says one thing on TV that has your back, and then you get home and you see those charges shortages for prescription drugs and cable and college. You're going to hear a lot of promises up here.
We hear nothing but promises. In 2016, every year that Democrats are running for president, we hear lots of promises.
Simple promises. I can win this. I'm from the Midwest.
You can't win this. You can't even get over 1 point. You can't even get to 2%.
And I will govern with integrity.
You can't get to 2%. You don't have 150,000 supporters that are willing to give you money. She's out of her mind.
Because I believe
Oh,
that America
it's time for
is
Beto
its
O'Rourke,
greatest,
the fake Hispanic.
of greatest need.
Beto,
This moment will
yay,
define us
who's
forever.
under
I
3%.
believe that in this test, America
His name is Robert, not Beto. He is Robert O'Rourke. He is not Hispanic. He is lying to America every time he says his name, Beto. He's not.
a more perfect union of everyone,
Wow.
by everyone, and
Obviously,
for everyone.
it seems like the internet hates me talking about Beto O'Rourke and the fact that he's Hispanic.
Industrial Midwestern hometown. My generation has lived
And we're
in
listening now
small
to Pete Buttigieg, who has 5%.
Science tells us we
Is
have 12
his claim to fame being gay has been moving him forward in the race. Is that enough to get you onto the VP ticket? I don't think so.
and a woman's right to choose may not even exist.
I'll go Roe versus Wade again. No one's talking about Roe versus Wade. But again, fear-mongering.
Dominated Washington for as long as I have been alive. We've got to summon the courage to walk away from the past and do something different.
You haven't said anything different yet.
That is why I'm running for president.
You're talking about abortion and post-birth abortion.
Donald Trump disgraces the office
Now
of
comes
president
the fake
every
Indian,
single day.
Elizabeth Warren.
And anyone on
I hope
this
people are
stage
able to
trying
follow
to
this
reform
because I
our
keep dropping
country
off and
for
it's
a
just
better
very
president.
aggravating. The
I
internet
promise
is
no
really
matter who our
killing me
candidate
here.
is, I will work my heart out to beat Donald Trump and to elect a Democratic Congress. But our problems didn't start with Donald Trump.
No, they didn't.
Donald Trump is part of a
Our problem started with
corrupt
President Obama.
system that has helped the wealthy and the well-connected and kicked dirt in the faces
That's
of
why
everyone
that's why
else.
the GDP for the nation is up 3.1%.
That we face with small ideas and spinelessness. We're going to solve them by being the Democratic Party of big structural change.
Big structural change. Do you hear that, people? You know what you heard that before? Hope and change. Same thing. Remember, did they tell you what you hope for? What's the big structural change for? What are they changing to? What will America become? Where are they going with this?
Fight to make it happen.
To fight to make America what? Well, here comes the communist Bernie Sanders.
As we speak,
And again, if it drops off one more time, I'm just going to end the stream.
or underinsured. But the healthcare industry made
Here he comes. Medicare for all. You get to have the same doctor as everyone. I get to pay for OBGYN care, which I will never use. Women get to pay for prostate exams that you will never use. The elderly will pay for prenatal care that they will never use. The young will pay for for old elder care that they will not have to use.
of all new income goes to the top 1%. Tonight, the fossil fuel industry continues.
Did you know that if you took all of the money from every single billionaire in the United States, 550 people, you would be able to run America for exactly 8 months? That's $2.5 trillion. If you took every penny that they had, you still could not run the government as it is right now. And Bernie Sanders is talking about tripling the national debt, tripling the amount that we spend every year.
Thank you, Senator Sanders.
Where's that money coming from?
The debate with
How is that possible?
for Democratic voters, health care. And Senator Sanders, let's start with you. You support Medicare.
Oh, I'm being blocked. I am actively being blocked.
Away from more than 150 million Americans.
I am actively, that's why the internet. I just got the message. It's Turner Broadcasting. Turner Broadcasting is blocking me. They are denying me the internet. I just got that text message passing through. That's why I'm having so many internet problems. I have had Turner Broadcasting. Turner Broadcasting AP blocked my video on Facebook. That's why I'm having the problem. I just got the message. I just got the message. That's why my internet is down. That's why I'm having problems. I just got the message.
Human right. They spend
And I want to share that with everyone. I just got it. So that's why I'm having internet problems. That's why I'm behind. That's why they're not letting me speak out.
care is a human right, not a privilege. I believe that.
And I want to share that message with everyone that Turner Broadcasting AP has decided to block me because I'm talking about the candidates and they don't like that. And Ted Turner is a well-known liberal. That's why my internet's been having problems. That's why.
Half the country who has private health insurance, that their health insurance is illegal. My dad, the union electrician,
They're claiming that I have content they own. What content does Ted Turner have that I am using right now? Please, Ted Turner, tell me how you think I have your content. This is my page. This is my information. I am the one talking, and he is blocking me? How dare you? How dare you?
Let me go to Senator Sanders right now.
That's why I'm having problems with my internet. It's Ted Turner.
Tens of millions of people lose their health insurance every single year when they change jobs, when their employer changes that insurance. If you want stability in the healthcare system, if you want a system which gives you freedom of choice with regard to doctor or hospital,
No, it does not. Oh, this is insane. This is crazy. I'm sorry, folks. If you're seeing me blank out, it's because I just realized, and I'm going to show you, this is it. The Turner Broadcasting AP has taken action to say my video may contain music, audio, or video that belongs to them. This is mine. I own all of it. This is my own site. They don't have Ted Turner. Come over, send your lawyers over, and let's go for it. Because I own this site. I own everything you see in this video. And the only thing that I played was a music video from an artist who does not work for Ted Turner, who gave me permission to be able to use his music. I dare you, please bring your lawyers on, Ted Turner.
From anyone. That's what the Republicans
But getting back into the review as best as I can, now that I know why I'm having problems with my internet, because this is the liberals who are trying to shut me down, who are trying to shut down my voice. That's why the internet was not going, because they were blocking it.
Eddie is 35 years old. He has a wife, Rachel. He has a cute little boy named Carl. He also has ALS.
Medicare for all is suicide, because Medicare for all means you don't get to have your doctor. This is crazy, and we can't afford it. We cannot afford it. Europe is getting rid of Medicare for all.
On Medicare for all. Now, Senator
People
Sanders
die waiting to be able to get care. That's why they used to come to America, because you could get it faster.
offset by the elimination of insurance premiums and other costs. Are you also, quote, with Bernie on Medicare for all when it comes to raising taxes on middle-class Americans
So
to pay for it?
giant corporations and billionaires are going to pay more. Middle-class families are going to pay less out of pocket for their health.
No, that's not true. That doesn't work. The businesses don't have enough money. Billionaires don't have enough money.
This isn't funny.
It is funny.
Somebody who
This is a joke, Elizabeth Warren.
is dying. And every month
Elizabeth Warren,
he has
you
about
aren't serious. The math doesn't work. You can't do it without raising taxes for every single American, not just the middle class, but the poor. You're talking about something that's going to cost $4 trillion per year, just Medicare for all.
with thousands of
Not even looking at any of the other free programs. And that is more than America spends right now. That doubles the amount of spending from the government by itself.
company is taking as much money
And you mean to tell me you don't think every man, woman, and child in America is not going to pay for that? Of course they are. Of course they are.
is not working for Americans to cross this country.
Senator.
Medicare for all will
And she doesn't know when to stop. There are rules. She can't even follow the rules of a debate.
Would you raise taxes on the middle class to pay for Medicare for all?
Yes, make her answer the question.
By the elimination of insurance premiums, yes or no?
costs will go up for billionaires and go up for corporations. For middle-class families, total costs will go down.
Total cost. I like that. I like that. Total cost. So your out of pocket may go up, but your premium will go down. What does that mean?
healthcare is so personal to all of us. Never forget when my 12-year-old son had a heart attack.
Do you hear these people?
24 hours of his life. Had to be life flighted to Salt Lake City. But because we had good insurance, he's here.
You're never going. Yeah, but you're not going to have that insurance anymore, Bullock.
Plan that rips away quality healthcare from individuals.
Medicare for All absolutely rips it away from everybody.
It used to be just Republicans wanted to repeal and replace. Now many Democrats do as well. We can get there with a public option. Negotiate
No, you cannot.
prices. Indeed.
Thank you, Governor Bullock.
It doesn't work.
On the topic of whether or not the middle class should pay higher taxes in exchange for guaranteed health
I notice
care,
they're avoiding this. No one wants to say that, yes, the middle class is going to pay more. They have to, by definition. They have to.
About whether the public option will be better than, or a Medicare for all environment will be better than the corporate options. We can put it to the test.
How?
That's the concept of my Medicare for All Who Want It proposal. That way, if people like me are right, that the public alternative is going to be not only more comprehensive, but more affordable.
It's not
than
more
the corporate
comprehensive. It
options.
can't be more
We've seen
comprehensive.
Americans walk away from
If I have to pay for OBGYN care, how is that more comprehensive for me?
Medicare for all.
If women are paying for prostate exams, how is that more comprehensive for them, which is a fundamental fact?
Middle-class Americans in order to have universal coverage with the disappearance of insurance premiums, yes or no?
I think you can buy into it. That's the idea.
So his answer is yes. You can buy into it, which means yes, you will pay for it. That is what Pete Buttigieg is saying right now. He's saying that he will increase these taxes.
Don't have health coverage, you're paying too much.
By the way, folks, if you're wondering why all of the coverage before was so messed up, we found out it was Turner Broadcasting, a very liberal Ted Turner, and their AP has decided to block us and to prevent us from being able to publish live because they don't like conservative thought. That's why.
Class healthcare. I think we're being offered a false
Beto
choice.
O'Rourke.
Some who want to improve the
You know,
Affordable
this is a
Care
real
Act
quick,
margins,
easy question.
others who
It's
want
yes or no.
Medicare for
Will
all
you
program
charge?
force
Will
people
your
into
plan
private
cost the middle
insurance.
class
I have a
more?
better path.
And the answer is yes.
For America. Everyone
At
who's
$4 trillion for Medicare for all, you're looking at everyone in America paying more, doubling the taxes of every man, woman, and child.
Who's offering a false choice here?
You have some, Governor Bullock, who said that we will improve the Affordable Care Act.
Infighting,
margins with
Governor
a
Bullock.
public option. You have others
You're picking on a guy who doesn't have an audience.
about taking away people's choice for the private insurance they have, or members of unions. I was listening to
Thank you,
D. Taylor
Congressman.
in
Let me bring
Nevada.
in Governor Bullock.
His
You
members
see
of
this
the
in
House,
I know, Beto, he needs every moment he can.
You know, it took us decades.
Oh, I love it. Beto's fighting with the guy at 0.3%. Really? Because it's a pretty safe bet that he's not going to lose anything.
Anyone to buy in. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs than any place actually.
Yes, we can improve the prescription drugs, but guess what?
Prescription drug prices.
There's a reason why you don't want to get drugs out of Mexico. The quality is poor. They get it from China where they put in lead and other poisonous items in the medication. It's a problem.
Congressman O'Rourke,
Every estimate that I've seen of expanding ACA, even through a public option, still leaves millions of people uninsured. And
Yes, it
also
leaves
means
people
that
uninsured because they don't want the insurance. The young don't want to pay for insurance they don't use. That's why 20 million people don't have insurance at this time. They didn't have it under President Obama either.
Listen to the American people. And this is what
20
they
million
want.
people
They want everyone
didn't
covered. They
accept
want to be able to make
Obamacare.
choices, and our plan does that.
And he's saying that now you're going to be forced to it. Again, taking away people's choice.
beginning of the night, said that Democrats cannot win the White House with small ideas and spinelessness. In the last debate, she said the
Small
politicians
idea.
who are not supporting Medicare for all simply lack the will to fight for it. You do not support Medicare for all. Is Senator Warren correct? Do you just not lack the will to fight for it?
Yes, yes, she is correct about Klobuchar. That's correct.
And in one of my first debates, Jake, I was called
And-
the street fighter from the Iron Range by my opponent. When she said it, I said, thank you.
I don't know
So this is
about
what I
that.
think
That doesn't
we
matter.
need done. We need
No one paid
public
attention to the
option. That's
second,
what Barack Obama
the first
wanted,
debate
and
with
it
you.
would bring healthcare costs down for everyone.
No, it won't.
And by the way, I just don't.
Where's that
believe-
stat
I've heard
coming
some
from?
of these candidates say that it's somehow not moral if you, not moral to not have that public option. Well, Senator Sanders was actually on a public option bill last year, and that was Bernie the
This is-
Medicaid public
this is
option
crazy,
bill that
folks.
Senator Schatz introduced. Clearly, this is the easiest way to move forward quickly, and I want to get
No,
things done.
you know,
People
there's a
can
lot of
wait.
ways we can reform healthcare without locking people into having zero choice and being dictated to by the government. That the government tells you what you can and cannot have. That you are going to tell people that they must or must not have this healthcare, even when they don't want any healthcare whatsoever. That's just wrong.
Bill, let
That's not freedom.
Is people talk about having insurance. There are millions of people who have insurance. They can't go to the doctor, and when they come out of the hospital, they go back.
That's because they have Obamacare. And that's happening right now under Obamacare. People are going to, because they can't afford the deductibles, because the deductibles are too high.
Your question is a Republican talking point. And
It's not. It's an American talking point. It's an American talking point.
the healthcare industry will be advertising tonight on this program.
So what?
Senator Warren, it's your turn.
CNN's going to take advertising from everyone they can. And guess what, Bernie? You take their money too. There's everyone on that stage takes money from healthcare. So what are they talking about? That's crap.
What's the problem in Washington? It works great for the wealthy. It works great for those who can hire.
You are the wealthy. You get $400,000 for one class. That's Elizabeth Warren. She gets $400,000 for one class. You're not part of the wealthy? How many people are making $400,000 that are watching this right now?
To make $23 billion in profits and suck it out of our health.
What's wrong with profit? Is anyone in America working every day so that they can be poor? Is anyone trying to not be rich? Does anyone not want to have wealth? I have yet to hear anyone who says, I want to give it, I want to get $1 million so I can give it all away. No, there's nothing wrong with profit.
We have the public option, which is great.
Why do we have work? Why do we own businesses if we don't want profit? What's wrong with that?
I'm proposing universal health care where everyone gets health care as a basic human right for free, but they have choices. My plan, Better Care, is fully paid for without raising middle-class tax options. So when we think about this debate, there's Medicare for all, which is
Wow. All of these guys who,
Governor Hickenlooper, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
well, at least they're trying to give all the people who have less than 1% a chance to
In
speak.
favor of Medicare for all, lack the political will to fight for it.
Well, obviously, I disagree with that as much as I respect both of the senators to my right. You know, I think it comes down to that question of American
Can I do this?
being able to make choices, to have the right to make a decision. And I think proposing a public
Let's see if we can
option
get
that
this.
allows some form of Medicare that maybe is a combination of Medicare Advantage and Medicare, but people choose it, and if enough people choose it, it expands, the quality improves, the cost comes down, more people choose it. Eventually, in 15 years, you could get there, but it would be an evolution, not a revolution.
Thank you, Governor. Senator Warren.
You know, we have tried this experiment with the insurance companies. And what they've done is they've sucked billions of dollars out of our healthcare system. And they force people to have to fight to try to get the healthcare coverage that their doctors and nurses say that they need. Why does every doctor, why does every hospital have to fill out so many complicated forms? It's because it gives insurance companies a chance to say no.
No, it's because of the regulations that were created by Democrats. It's because the government is forcing them to do that.
How do you respond to the criticism from Senator Warren that you're not willing to fight for Medicare for all?
This is everybody should beat up on Warren. Warren's not going to be moving. She's going to remain in third place. She might even move up a little bit against Bernie again like she did last time.
I'm normally way over there with Bernie and Elizabeth on this one. I hear the others, and I have some concern about that as well. And I do have concern about what the Republicans would say, and that's not just a Republican talking point.
No, it's not.
I do have concern that it will be difficult. I have concern that it will make it harder to
It's
win.
not feasible.
And
It's not
I have concern that
financially
it will make it
feasible.
harder to govern. Because if that's our big fight,
Thank you,
then the
Ms. Williamson.
Republicans will so shut
I want
us
to bring
down
in
on
Mayor
everything
Buttigieg.
else.
Mayor Buttigieg,
It
your
is
response.
time to stop worrying about what the Republicans will say. Look,
How about, you have to worry because there are two parties in America. Yes, there are libertarians as well and there are conservatives as well, but essentially there are two parties. You have to care. You have to pay attention. You want to be president for all Americans, Mr. Buttigieg, not just Democrats, not just those who are gay.
Triangulation between Republicans here and Democrats there, because I think it's the right answer for people like my mother-in-law, who is here, whose life was saved by the ACA, but who is still far too vulnerable to the fact that the insurance industry
Thank you, Mayor
does not
Buttigieg.
care about
Senator Sanders, your response.
Let's be clear.
Yes, let's be
what
clear.
this debate is about.
Money.
Nobody can defend the dysfunctionality of the current system.
That's Obamacare. The current system is Obamacare.
Is the fact that over the last 20 years, the drug companies
No.
and the insurance
The system currently is Obamacare, and it is dysfunctional because Democrats passed it without any Republican input and didn't care because they said they won. That's why it's in such chaos right now.
The price in Canada for insulin.
People in Canada wait 13 hours to be seen for food poisoning. It happened to employees of mine.
We have all our union friends here tonight. This plan that's being offered by Senator Warren and Senator Sanders will tell those union members who gave away wages in order to get good health care that they're going to lose their health care because Washington's going to come in and tell them they got a better
Yes.
plan. This is the left and right thing.
That is
Doing
true.
better is this. Move Medicare down to 50. Allow people to buy in. Kaiser Permanente said that if those 60 million people do that, they will see a 40% reduction in their healthcare costs.
And don't believe that.
Give up their private health care plans. Now,
Yes, they have to give up their private health care.
But can you guarantee those union members that the benefits under Medicare for All will be as good as the benefits?
They will not be as
that their
good. They
representatives,
cannot
their
be as
union
good.
reps fought